Hi Aries, today we're going to do your love reading. So let me show you what I got in the pre-shuffle. And you guys, I already got like knots in my stomach when these cards came out. I was going to just, I was just warming these up and I was about to turn on the camera. But there's a lot of love here, but I feel a big but coming, you know? So messages from your person, I can't take this anymore. And then it's like there's a decision. Look at this, 10 of Cups. But 2 of Wands, planning and decision. Also, it's easier just to stay away right now. So they're avoiding. And then look at the 2 that flew out when I was about to turn on the camera. I was just warming up the deck. 10 of Cups and Queen of Swords. And this card right here speaks volumes of what's going on. And you probably feel like they don't love you. Whoever you're thinking about, this person, it's not about love. This person does love you. We're going to dive in deeper. But we've got a cycle completing, it looks like. Hopefully, ooh, the candle's crackling. This candle is like wicked. Sometimes I don't know if you saw in that one Aries video, I think it was 2 videos ago, it would come on and off with my finger. I sound like I'm crazy. You gotta watch the video. It's all on tape. Anyway, the World card, some cycle I think that you have been allowing, and it's like this person compartmentalizes, and you're doing it too. It's a, that's a pretty good, coping technique, but okay, let's dive in. Anyway, there is a lot of love, but there's a decision to, I'm not thinking real highly of this person at this moment. Anyway, okay, let's get started. So, we're going to look at your energy, their energy. I will probably do a yes-no at the end with a pendulum, so stick around for that. Be thinking about your question. All right. Yeah, I mean, you guys are possibly dealing with the twin, some of you. Here's the decision. He's choosing... I'm sorry, it's not gender specific. Roles can be reversed, flip around, intermingle. You guys know that. My readings are all timeless. My extendeds are all timeless. The extendeds are amazing. I don't do very often. There's only 1 or 2 for each sign, but they're really, really detailed, and they're amazing. If you're on a twin flame journey, you might want to check that out, or at least watch the trailer so you can decide if you want to see it. But 3 of Swords, pain. Being left out in the cold. I feel like they made a decision. No decision is a decision. I'm mad at this person already. Anyway, we'll see. We will see. They're going to see what they lost. I know that. I just... 9 of Pentacles. It's independence. Okay. I got like a knot in my stomach. And I know this is not going to be a popular reading. King of Wands, action. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, avoiding it. I mean, I could tell you the reading right now. What's going to come out is that I sound like I'm mad at you guys. I'm not mad at you guys. I'm mad at your person. This person would rather flee the scene and avoid facing you or telling the truth or facing his feelings for whatever reason, probably a childhood wound. I shouldn't be mad at them, but rather than take the action that needs to be taken, that would just explain it, And it's like they'd rather compartmentalize than take action. They set their feelings aside and they're like, okay, well, that's this part of my life, and they don't let it affect the other parts of their life, right? I like that. 4 of Pentacles. That's fear of lack. Okay. No more messing around. Let's get started. Hope you guys are well. 3 of Pentacles. Collaboration. Working together. Yeah, we're going to get a strong reading. Here, look at that. Focusing on what's shiny. It's different in this deck, this Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles comes around slow and stable, but in this deck, it's you know, I'd rather, you know, be enticed by material things or what's shiny and new rather than what's, you know, most important. It's kind of taking, you know, what should be stability and kind of almost making a mockery of it. Four of Swords. This break or this distance or this retreat that someone's taking is not so peaceful. I don't know if I should use this deck. It's awfully active. Judgment. World. Karma. This deck is active. Yeah, Tower. Something comes crashing down. Okay. There again, rather than, it's easier to flee than to face, you know, what would be happiness. It's all fear-based and insecurity. Let's look at their energy. Knight of Wands. Action. Wheel of Fortune. Change. Big change. This card also reminds me of the Judgment card because it looks like karma. It's, you know, as above, down below. But things change and help head towards that, right? This is ascension in this deck. It's beautiful in this deck. Let's look at you. Tower again, Sagittarius energy. Too many. Yeah, I think you just kind of had it. Tired of being juggled. The Two of Pentacles is trying to keep your balance, probably trying to juggle a lot of things on your plate. Work, home life, and this upset with this person is just such a drag. It is so heavy and weighing on you that it's almost like, just let the freaking tower fall and let's be done with it, you know? It's almost, even though there is possibly a chance that you could be with this person and be happy, at this point it's like, is it even worth, you know, the prolonged bullshit that I'm having to go through? I'm sorry, I'm a little irritated. And this is not like me to be like this in a reading, is it? So I guess that's what's coming through. You guys might be pissy. Eight of Wands, communication. Let's look at their energy some more. I don't know if they're a shyster or, you know, a scoundrel, but they are certainly acting like one. They are, again, the Queen of Swords. They are compartmentalizing. They're avoiding, and it's pissing me off. Pardon my French. Look at that, Knight of Swords. They would rather avoid than take the action they need to take and be scolded, because this is what would happen. What did that card say? It said, why did I put this back? It said, it's easier to stay away. Did I even show you these? It's easier to stay away right now. And there was another one. Where was it? I don't know. I thought I felt something like that. Just said, I can't take your reaction right now. I felt something like that, to where they just can't even, they don't want to deal with what they would have to deal with, you know, to face you. They don't want to face you, but that's, you know, they're being a big butthead, right? Your energy, gosh, this was just on the bottom of the deck. I almost pulled it. Strong reading. I've got knots in my stomach, you guys. Five of Cups. I'm so sorry. This could be widow for someone. But it's sadness. It's out in the cold. It's left. It's guess I'm on my own now. Guess I can't lean on this person. Even though I'm sad, and you know, maybe some big upsets are going on in your life and they're gone. Maybe they are the big upset. I think it's time to move on, Aries. I just know there's something better. King of Swords, King and Queen of Swords now. Look, in opposite positions. So, you know, very likely a twin flame. King and Queen of Swords opposing each other. There's the World card again. Cycle completion. Getting out of that trapped energy, that toxic, obsessive. You know, normally when we get obsession, it's the other side. But in this reading, I'm feeling like it's our side. Hard, very difficult not to obsess over what the heck went wrong here. So, Page of Swords, this is, you know, communication of truth and clarity. Something dark and toxic in the truth that they don't want you to know is what I'm getting. Also, I'm getting lies, a dishonesty with that. Emperor, interesting. There you are. All right, let's ask some specific questions. How does Aries person feel? What's their current energy? Page of Pentacles. Looks like a thief, right? But the Page of Pentacles is typically someone that is like learning, willing to learn and grow. Let me look at it in this deck real quick. This is the Gregory Scott Tarot, by the way. Amazing. He's on YouTube, so YouTube him. He's got a channel. Let's see. Material yearning. The lack of simplest things can put us in grave distress. It is only when our basic needs are somewhat fulfilled that we can look forward with confidence. Interesting. Wow. So, I mean, this indicates focusing on the wrong thing, right? Maybe they're they're trying to mislead the focus onto something away from the truth. You know, that's what people do when they're trying to avoid the truth, or they could try and spin it. That might be going on. Especially with that Emperor card. Some of you might be dealing with somewhat of a narcissist. Here's that Four of Pentacles again. Let's see what's going on with that. Why do we have the Four of Pentacles? Yeah. It's like... I mean, does this person feel like they have to choose between love, like Two of Cups, between love and money? Is there something like that going on for some of you? How does Aries person view Aries? Wow, happiness, sun, beautiful. It's the prettiest card in the deck, a lot of people say. Oh no, that's the Star card. I heard somebody say that about the Sun card today when I was watching tarot. Seven of Cups. So I think they see you as beautiful, vibrant, happiness, yet they refuse to treat you as more than, you know, someone casual. I want to say option, but I'm trying not to, because I do feel like this person holds you in a very high regard. But that might even be partly why they stay away or why they won't let it grow. It's like it starts to grow and then they back off, right? 2 steps forward, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. So you make a little bit of progress, but then it kind of gets undone. And there's some ego here. That's an addition. They don't want to change right now, Aries. If you haven't checked out the extendeds and you think you're in a twin flame and want to see where you are on the journey and what their innermost thoughts are, check out my extendeds. They're not ready for a new beginning. It's like, I think this person will take a new beginning with you if you give it to them, but you're just, but I mean, there's not a significant amount of effort here. And for a lot of you, there is like a self-medication. There's a secret. I think they're covering, they're protecting something, someone, either there's someone else. For a lot of you, I think it's self-medicating. But justice, I like that. Let's grab another deck. Okay. Aries energy, please. 6 of Wands, success and recognition. So I'm happy that that's your energy because that's what you need. Overall energy, Ace of Wands, passionate new beginning. Their energy, that's good that they're soul searching, but you know, they're pulled back. Hermit. Ooh. Yeah, so that's good. It looks like they are reevaluating things. They don't like being without you. Look at that, how they view the situation. They're not willing to share whatever needs to be shared to help clear things up. I wonder what it is. How do they see moving forward with Aries? Ooh, they do want to come back. Look at that. I think the more times you let them come back, geez, why? Okay, well, this is Ace of Cups. I think the more times you let them come back and they disappoint you, the more the stage is set for the wrong way, you know. They're going to have to come back stable. I think until they come back stable and they're the ones saying, it's been difficult to be without you. I want to be with you. Here's my situation. Until they have a completely new perspective, I think your advice is to not wait, you know, because it's just going to continue with the 9 of Wands. Here's a twin flame card. I think there's also, you know, a part of you that's maybe a little bit secretly obsessed. And Aries, you know, sometimes we can get obsessed with the rejection or obsessed with or the not being with the person we want can become, you know, it starts out where we're like, this doesn't make sense. I know I'm supposed to be with this person. But then eventually when time goes on and we're disappointed, you know, week after week or month after month or year after year, at that point it's kind of, you know, you can form a really bad habit and then it becomes familiar and it's hard to change things that become familiar, right? When really, you know, this is, it takes two, and if they're not willing to tell you they love you, say I want to be with you, build you up on a pedestal, they're not your person right now. So, you know, until they're your person right now, you need to go on with your merry way. Yeah, you guys are in a twin flame, and I'm so sorry because it's so painful. Ugh. But they're going to have to come correct. I wouldn't say there's no hope for the future, but look at that. I mean, just because it's a twin flame or a soulmate doesn't mean you're going to be together. It doesn't mean you're going to be happy. You create your happiness. You got to take that power away from this person to create your happiness. All right? All right, you guys. I'm going to leave it there. I love you. I would love to hear your stories. I will see you soon. Bye. Oh, happy birthday. Bye, Aries. Lovely reading, right? Let me get some an oracle real quick. This person loves you, but they don't want to face the facts. They're avoiding their love for you. They're avoiding the truth. They're hiding something. It's probably for a lot of you, it's drinking, and I think they're afraid that you're not going to forgive them, or that they're not good enough. Deep down, I feel like they are not good enough. I also feel like you're harboring some resentment. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. We got to get to that place where we can love them from afar. You know? Look at this. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement, change. Here's accomplishment. I mean, discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Big one here. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Wow. Oh, here's another one for you guys. Sorry, I just keep going, don't I? Surrender. I can release my need to control. All right, best part of the reading right here. Forgiveness, discipline, change, blame, surrender. I accept responsibility for my well-being. I release my need to control, and I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. And forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. You guys might need to just take some screenshots real quick. But these are amazing cards. I should have just done these only. Love you guys. Bye, Aries.